Welcome to Alarms for Anyone installation video. This video will show you how to install the ZeroWire panel. This is what it looks like onto the wall. And the first thing I'd like to explain here is that I have already mounted the mounting bracket, this little U-shaped plastic device here, onto the wall. Before I mounted it, I drew a line with a leveled, and then you can see there's a V right there, and that V goes right above the top of the conduit that you've already installed, that runs down to your electrical outlet. And I put the 4 screws in it, and I mounted it about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, probably about 3/4 of an inch above the top of your piece of conduit. Now first thing we have to do is we're looking at the back of the panel here, and you can see there's a door on the back of it. I've already removed the screw. It's the screw that comes in here, and then you have to put the battery in. The battery will be in there, but it needs to be plugged in. And as you can see, there's a little arrow there that points right to the receptacle that the wire plugs into on your battery. Put the battery into place and go ahead and put the door back in, and I'll put the screw in right now. It should be noted that when you mount the panel, you want to put the panel in a central location in the house, and preferably right above an electrical outlet. And I've included a 4-foot piece of conduit that you will run from your electrical outlet that will go up to the location where your panel will be. Okay, now at this point we want to we need to run the wire from the electrical outlet that's down below up that your transformer will plug into. We need to run that wire into the conduit. This is your electrical transformer here, and it's attached to a 6-foot wire, and then at the end of that wire we have a little connector. And if you look at that connector will plug into the panel. Now, what I've done to make things easier for you to install or run your wire is I've included a string that's about 5 or 6 feet long with a little screw attached on the end of that string. Now, what I want to do is put that string into the conduit, and then we'll just let that screw drop right down through the conduit to the bottom of the conduit. Then after you've done that, I like to put a piece of tape on the string to keep the tape from falling through. We'll remove that tape a little bit later. Now, this is what it will look like at the bottom of your conduit, only your conduit will be right next to an electrical outlet. And what we want to do is we want to take the end of the wire on the transformer and tape it to the string, and then we'll pull that string up through. We'll put it right by the string, kind of like that. And we'll just go ahead and wrap the string around, wrap it nice and tight. Then we won't have any problems pulling it up through. I like to wrap it nice and tight. Sometimes I like to use electrical tape for this. And at the end I like to fold it over just a little bit, then it's easier to unravel. Now we're going to take the string, we're going to put it into the conduit, go ahead and push it on up through, pull the wire up through to the top of the conduit. Then once we've done that, we can unravel the tape and take the string off. Now we're going to mount the the control panel onto the wall. But we'll first of all take this tape off, put it aside. Then we're going to want to plug the end of this little plug-in into the receptacle. And as you can see on the panel, I've got a little arrow drawn that goes right to the receptacle, so you know exactly where to put it. I'm going to plug that in, and then we'll go from there. Okay, and then as I get it close, you can see there's a little screw towards the bottom of the panel. We'll go ahead and screw that in when we get the panel mounted. We pull the wire as we get so that it's tight, and now we can put the panel into place and rock it down into place. Make sure it's nice and firm. Now we'll grab the screwdriver. We'll find the screw. Up underneath and go ahead and screw it in. Once it's screwed securely tight, then your panel has been mounted. Welcome to Alarms for Anyone installation video. I'm going to show you how to install the transformer on the ZeroWire panel into the wall. Now you should receive a screw in a little package that says outlet on it, and that's the screw we will be using to secure the mounting bracket onto the wall. This is your transformer. You should have the wire already run down through it. We're going to remove the plate off of the wall here, and with the excess wire, you'll have about a foot or two of excess wire, and what you can do is you can just go ahead and push that wire up into this empty space here. You want to allow for enough room, pull it down so that you can plug it in, and you just kind of rock it back, and we'll put then what you can do at this point is peel the little label here off of this mounting bracket, and then that will go right over the hole. I'm not going to do that with this one, but we'll go ahead and put this into place, and then we'll go ahead and line up the hole here on the mounting bracket, put the screw into place, and we'll go ahead and secure the screw. The screw is usually long enough. Sometimes if the screw is not long enough, you may need to get a regular drywall screw that's just a little bit longer, and it'll fit right in there. Okay, now you can go ahead and plug your transformer into your electrical outlet, and you see a little plastic tie string here, and then you can slip that tie string through the little holes here in front. Then you go ahead and this is backwards, go ahead and put it in there like that, and then go ahead and cinch it up. You will need to be real careful not to cinch it very tight at all. Just make it snug. A lot of times if you pull too tight, it'll break off these little plastic hinges here.